Guys, there you can see we have a diode. Now see, I have connected this diode in an opposite way, that my positive of the battery or a supply is at the cathode end. This silver line represents the cathode end. I connect to the LED terminal, LED do not close. Now I invert the direction. Now my power is at the anode end. Now I turn it. Now see, the LEDs are working. So it only allows the current to flow in one direction, that is just like a series switch. Whenever you connect your power to the anode, it will allow the current to pass through. Now see in the simulation, in the multi-sim live we made the same circuit. Now see here, LEDs do not close. Why? Because our power is at the cathode end. Now I invert the direction of diode. So I remove these two wires, I rotate the diode in this direction. Now I connect the battery to the anode end, positive of the battery to the anode end, and the cathode goes to the LED. Now I turn on the circuit, see the LED glows. So diode only allows the current to flow in one direction. Guys, welcome to learning microcontrollers. In this video, I'm gonna tell you something about a very basic component we will be using in our project, a diode. Now what is a diode and how it works, why we need it? So let me give you a basic intro, but my intro will be very different. I will just give you directly how it works and through the hardware and simulation. So this is the symbol of a diode, and this is how it looks like on the hardware actually. So you know that the side where this cut is, that is the cathode side, and where the positive is, that is the anode side. Now you usually connect a diode in series on a single current line. The main purpose of a diode is to control the direction of the current. So these words I have said, you have read it everywhere, but now I will tell you what I actually mean. Now this is my hardware over here. This is the diode. As you can see on the diode, if you can see it closely, this cut, take a look at this silver cut. That is the cathode side and this is the anode side, and it is connected in series. Now take a look here, this is the LED block I have. This wire, the black wire, this is the ground for the whole board. So I connect it to the ground of the power supply. So this is the ground of the power supply, grounded, and this is the positive wire. So whichever pin I connect, it will turn on. See, now this is the positive side. There are 8 pins for 8. Now if I connect them directly like this, it works. See, it's working. Now if I connect a diode in between, and the diode, I will connect the diode. Now see, this is the cut side. I will not be using the cut side, I will be using the other side, the anode side. Cut is the cathode side. Now see, the cathode side I connect to the pins. See, LEDs work, so no difference. See, still the LEDs are working as they were working without diode. Why? Because we have connected the diode in the correct way. So take a look here, it's working. Now if I invert the direction of diode, now I connect the positive side here like this, and I have connected the positive of my power supply to the cut side of the diode. See, now see what happens. See, now we do the testing. Now I touch there, see the LEDs do not turn on. Now why so? Now that is the question, why so? Because as I told you, the main task of the diode is to control the direction of the current. If diode is in the opposite direction, then it will not allow the current to go through. It's like a switch that only allows the current to go in one direction. Now let's get to the simulation. So on the Google, write down multisim live. Now we will be using this simulator, it's free, up to 5 components. I already have a video on this, how you can register up to it and use it. So please go check that. Okay, create circuit, and inside it leads us to this window. Now go to the left side. On the left side you have various components. Let me use the magnifier so you guys can see better. So this is the magnifier, and on the left side, go down, this is the diode. Click on this diode, place it on the screen like this. Now this is our diode. Now see, this is the cathode side. As shown on the actual hardware, the side where there is no cut is the anode side, and the cut side is the cathode side. So this is the cathode and this is the anode. Now guys, what we do is that we make a small circuit. So we take an LED just like we did on the actual hardware. I take an LED like this. LED itself is a diode. The positive should always be here. Now see why the LED have one pin longer and one pin shorter, because LED, see the symbol, is also a diode. So if you connect it in the opposite direction, the LED do not close, it gets burns. So similarly, there is a diode, it only works in one direction. Now I connect it to the cathode and anode end of the LED diode. Now what I do is that I take a ground to ground the circuit, and then just to complete the circuit we need a DC power source. Go to the left in the sources, take a DC power source, this one will do fine. Positive you connect to the anode end of the diode, and negative to your LED's cathode end like this. Now I run the simulation. See, the LED works, LED is glowing, that's perfect. Now what I do is that I will change the direction of the diode. I rotate it. So let me delete it and bring the diode again, and then we rotate it. Okay, there we go. Rotate it in the opposite direction. Now connect this diode. Now we have inverted the direction. Now see what the simulator do. I click on run. So see, the LED has turned off. LED is no longer on. Why? Because this diode is the device which maintains the direction of the current. It will only allow the current to flow in one direction. And if you invert the direction, then this means that it is no longer allowing the current to pass through. So it's now, you can say, something like an open circuit. So that is what the job of the diode is. Now this small task seems to be small, but it is used in tons of applications, like to make a rectifier, like to make a protection system that of a battery, like you accidentally connect the positive to the negative. So this is how this circuit works. So that is what the same thing I have shown you on the hardware as well. If I connect the positive of my power supply to the anode end, and then I connect it to the LED, LED glows. If I go in the opposite direction, then the LED will not glow. So if I connect it to the cathode side, this side, and now I test it, LED will not glow. See? So that is what the diode is like. So guys, I hope you got some concept from my video. You may ask if you have any questions. So we'll see you in the next video.